This is William May with marketing tricks, treats, and trends.
Are you tired of the stress and chaos that comes with managing a professional haunt? The actors, the schedules, the costumes. It can all be overwhelming. But what if we told you there's a solution? Introducing Scython, a modern all-in-one actor management platform that streamlines the entire process and makes managing your monsters a breeze. With features such as recruiting, scheduling, communication, background checks, time tracking, awards tracking, and costume management, Scython is everything you need from the palm of your hand. Say goodbye to the hassle of juggling multiple apps or spreadsheets, and hello to a seamless and organized experience. Sign up for a 30-day free trial at Scython.io and start managing your monsters like a pro.
does these Halloween horror and haunted house influencers have in common?
You are watching Yup, That's Scary.
You're watching Yup, That's Scary.
You watch Yup, That's Scary.
'Tis the season to be scary. So stay scary with us and stalk us now and join your new horror family.
Netting is your source for premium fire retardant camo netting. Burlap, 13-ounce vinyl, freezer flaps, and more for the haunted attraction industry. Purchase by the roll and save 20% and get free shipping when you use the promo code NIGHTMARE. Get started today at nightmarenetting.com.
Yo, what's up everyone? This is your boy Willie May with Yep, That's Scary. I want to let you know that right here, we will be premiering hot news in a minute every Thursday night. Yo, if you want to know the industry news, you want to know that juicy tea, the 411, then stay right here. Coming soon, hot news in a minute.
This is Willie May with marketing tricks, treats, and trends.
tired of the stress and chaos that comes with managing a professional haunt? The actors, the schedules, the costumes. It can all be overwhelming. But what if we told you there's a solution? Introducing Scython, a modern all-in-one actor management platform that streamlines the entire process and makes managing your monsters a breeze. With features such as recruiting, scheduling, communication, background checks, time tracking, awards tracking, and costume management, Scython is everything you need from the palm of your hand. Say goodbye to the hassle of juggling multiple apps or spreadsheets, and hello to a seamless and organized experience. Sign up for a 30-day free trial at Scython.io and start managing your monsters like a pro.
What does these Halloween horror and haunted house influencers have in common?
You are watching. That's scary.
You're watching. That's scary.
You're watching. That's scary.
'Tis the season to be scary. So stay scary with us and stalk us now and join your new horror family.
Nightmare Netting is your source for premium fire retardant camo netting, burlap, 13-ounce vinyl, freezer flaps, and more for the haunted attraction industry. Purchase by the roll and save 20% and get free shipping when you use the promo code NIGHTMARE. Get started today at nightmarenetting.com.
Yo, what's up, everyone? This is your boy Willie May with Yep, That's Scary. Want to let you know that right here we will be premiering hot news in a minute every Thursday night. Yo, if you want to know the industry news, you want to know that juicy tea, the 411, then stay right here. Coming soon, hot news in a minute.
What is going on, everybody? It must be Thursday because I am here and you are here. And what a great day it's going to be because we have some great guests on tonight. And of course, we have the Tayan.
Hello.
What is going on? Hold on. I got a weird echo.
Why do you have an echo?
I don't know. I think it's gone. All right. Fixed it. Crisis averted. Hello, Tayan.
Hello.
How are you? You look tired.
I'm very tired.
School kicking your butt, or did Knoxville kick your butt?
It's a mix of both.
Yeah. How did the show go?
It went all right. We had fun in Gatlinburg. We went from Knoxville to Gatlinburg afterwards because I wanted to go there for my birthday, but we couldn't at the time, so we just went this time instead. We stayed like a day or two extra. So
Did you
yeah.
do the like mountain drop thing? No,
We
you
went
didn't.
to the Alcatraz Museum.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's actually
and
cool because they have like don't they have like Gacy's like actual clown suits and stuff there?
they have a crap ton of Gacy's paintings, and they have Gacy's clown suits, his, suit that he went to, his trial with. They have Jeffrey Dahmer's glasses. They have, like, a whole bunch of killer stuff. So, it was cool, and then we went to an animatronic chicken restaurant that I really wanted to go to. Um
Wait, hold on. You can't just skip over animatronic chicken restaurant. You gotta explain that a little bit.
So you walk in, right? And across the entire ceiling, there's like a long shelf, and all across the ceiling is animatronic chickens that sing. They don't really sing, they cluck, but they like sing songs. every 30 minutes.
That sounds awful.
It was great. I have a
And
I have a deathly fear of animatronics, so it was wonderful.
and how did the raccoon do?
He was fine. We had to sneak him in, but he was fine.
Hold
He
on a
he
sec. I got things. Got things. Okay. Another crisis averted. Sorry. Unprepared.
Hey.
How's your list looking?
I have, like, 4 air tanks left and Zools.
That's it. So your list is coming down,
Yeah.
running out of stuff. That's good. That's
So,
good.
yeah, I'm
Awesome.
tired.
Yeah, you look tired. Awesome. Anyways, awesome show tonight. So we'll just get right into it because I'm actually really excited about our first guest because in all of my travels, this is one of the places that I never got a chance to go to. And I kind of wish I did because I've only heard great things about this and I can't wait to talk to these guys. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna bring on Niles Scream Park. What is going on, fellas?
Steve, Jay, thanks for having us.
Oh, thanks for coming on, guys. It's like seriously, this is I'm always excited to talk to haunts, and I've been to a lot of haunts, but I haven't been to your haunt, which in a way is more exciting for me because I don't know a lot about it. But I've everybody that I've talked to that has been to your guys' place, because a lot of people go to your place, have nothing but fantastic things to say about it, and I'm super excited to talk to you guys about it. So why don't you give us a little bit of rundown on what you guys got going on up there?
Where do we start?
Wherever you want.
To tell a little bit about the Niles Scream Park, the big focus this year is, of course, 50 years of fear. Not just 50 years, but 50 consecutive years. We've been standing strong even since the unfortunate pandemic of COVID, which we don't want to talk about anymore. And it all originated as what was once known as the Greater Niles J.C.'s Haunted House in 1974, which was in the old Carnegie Library here in downtown Niles. As popularity grew, so did the project. Went from the Carnegie Library to 2 semi-trailers downtown Niles. That's when the project almost fell through the cracks and was lost. It went to Barbara Jean's restaurant, an old mushroom factory, what was once called the Bell Road Schoolhouse, to now on 44 acres on Mayflower Road.
44 acres. That is, and the only reason why I know that is because growing up, I used to hang out on a family friend's farm that was exactly 40 acres. So I can, in my mind, I can see. I mean, that's a substantial chunk of land. How do you? I mean, is it all 44 acres filled out? Are you using all of it?
We are pretty much to the brim. Surprisingly, it's like, could we ever outgrow this place? We sit there, we're now questioning ourselves, like, I think we have. Like, 44 acres is packed. It's almost 20 acres of parking. And then there's a midway, and on the midway, people can do any order of anything that they want in their choosing. We have 3 indoor haunted houses. This year is the Niles Haunted House, which is what we're iconic and known for. We have Blackbeard's Revenge, the Ghostly Hollow. Then we have 2 outdoor attractions, the Field of Screams, which is like a giant outdoor walk, at least 20 minutes long. We have what we call the Dark Territory Haunted Hayride, which is about a mile long, 20 minutes, and it goes through just over 50 sets. Then we have Hooded, which is an adult-only attraction, sensory overload. We actually have you sign a waiver. You put a hood over your head and let the fun begin. That's the only attraction where actors can touch you. We have 4 5-minute escape rooms. As well as on the midway, we have concessions, selfie stations, covered waiting areas, an outdoor movie screen, games, live entertainment, gift shops, and more. So it's a lot. And we use pretty much every acre that we can.
Now,
It sounds
I
like
wanna I
it.
wanna get back to uh that how the large expanse of it here in a second. But the Scream Park idea has always intrigued me because people know me for being the fire performer and doing that kind of stuff and having the space to do it, but having people is that's great for me. and I never went to a screen park until I went to what was it? Frightland or Frightmare in Delaware, and it was like, why isn't everybody doing this? Like, there's the obvious reason of why not everybody's doing this because it's a massive undertaking to do something like that. But when it comes to the Midway, because it's easy, because this is a haunted attraction, right? It's easy for customers to just kind of get lost in the Midway, just kind of meander and just kind of, they're just kind of there. So how do you keep them entertained in this just wide open craziness that you guys got out front?
I would say, and feel free to tune in too. It's all of the adverse other activities they can do. There's the selfie stations. Everyone loves taking a selfie. So there's at least a dozen of those around. There's actors walking amongst, kind of like queue line actors, what we call our Midway roamers. And then there are different games, and there's live entertainment that we'll bring on. So we have, especially for our 50th this year, we've jam-packed our schedule as much as we can, and we continue to even add more to it. We have over a dozen DJ performances. We have fire performers this year. We have good old Maurice, our park janitor. If anyone's seen our Behind the Screens documentary style series we've been doing. I'm trying to think what else. There's just so much we have going on, but it's a give and take. It's luckily we have so much parking because doing these things keep people here longer. So if you're gonna have a screen park, that's the one thing I always say you got to know. Like the more things you add, the longer they're gonna stay if you have to turn over your parking lot. We have run out of parking before. We've continued to expand it, but that's the one thing to note and keep in mind is what we consider us as a screen park. Most people buy our big price ticket called the Frightful Nightful. You're not just going to be here as one haunted house doing 20, some longer haunted houses could take you 40 minutes, but you're here all night, 2 to 3 hours at least.
Our Midway is pretty immersive too. It doesn't actually feel like a Midway. Like when you're walking across it, it doesn't feel like you're just in some empty space. It's got a little bit of everything, and I think everybody takes that in as they make their way around.
Think of a classic Carney vibe.
Gotcha. That's perfect. That's awesome. And that kind of leads me into my next question with just the space, because this is something I learned when I was working up at Basement of the Dead. They have a great outdoor atmosphere, and people just stay and hang out there. And I said, doesn't that become a problem? And Jason was like, not really, because the longer people stay, the more money they spend. So, like, somebody that wasn't going to buy a T-shirt goes buys a T-shirt, or they hit the concession stands, or they play the game, or whatever. But with the 44 acres, you have your haunt, you have your Midway, you have all these actors, you have parking, you got there's a lot of moving parts here. How do you manage all that?
I'll let you chime in.
It's a lot. So with the attractions, it's spread out all over. We have a lot of different management that helps out. On a busy night, we have up to 250 volunteers on the property. A good majority of them are actors. So we've got 4 actor coordinators that go around and make sure that everybody's doing a good job. Attraction supervisors and security are helping us out a lot. And then our Midway staff is great too. So it's a small city when we've got everybody here, but we've got a great group of people that really work together to make sure that we have everything in line. And a lot of us are seasoned on those really busy nights. They're super stressful, but we know what to do and we know who to call if something does go awry.
That's crazy. 250 volunteers a night.
And most are actors.
And they're all volunteers, so not all of them have acting experience. So at the same time they're checking in, we're making sure that they know what to do in their space, and some of them teaching them how to act from square one.
That blows my mind. Like, I know haunts that go through temp agencies just to try to get people to come in and work, and you guys are getting 250 volunteers in a night. That's bananas. But I guess that's a testament to, you guys in the environment that you create, where there's 250 people that want to come and put themselves through immense torture night after night to, make people happy. That's incredible. That's awesome.
Like every haunted house, we like to consider ourselves one large dysfunctional family.
For sure.
Yeah, absolutely. when it comes time to, when that February rolls around and it's getting like Trans World season and trade show season, Fear Expo, all this stuff that's going on, how do you sit down and figure out how you're going to, the rule of thumb was every year you do 33% of your attraction, and after 3 years you get a new attraction, But 33% for you guys must be like an entire attraction for some people. So how do you sit down and decide what comes, what goes, how do you predict what's going to be hot this year, if it's going to bust? How does that happen?
Do we follow that 33%?
I would say, Steve, you're good thing you're sitting down. You're going to think we're crazy. So we begin planning before the season even ends with 44 acres. And our philosophy, for starters, what our business model, I should say, is never-ending change. That's what our patronage expects year after year, is when they come back, they're going to see something different. We don't gut literally to flatland nothing but 44 acres. Like, there's still standing structures, and some of the staples inside the attractions will stay, but the room sets and things around them will change. So what I mean by we start in October is we'll actually take a road trip. We take 2 trips. We take a road trip with our full-time site crew who work out here year-round, and that consists of construction, design, special effects, and then people in between, like Ross lending me, my right-hand man, lending me help, especially around this time of the year when I need it. And we'll go visit other haunted attractions. We have an open door policy, so if any other haunt wants to come visit us, we're not going to charge you. We'll show you anything and tell you anything that we know. It doesn't have to be a special visit, something planned. As long as you show proof that you work at a haunted house, we'll give you the backdoor treatment. So we do the same thing. We go visit other haunted houses. We do a little bit of R&D. And then we also take a plane trip, and the plane trip is usually much further away. Last year, we went to go visit Spencer Terry at Salt Lake City at the Fear Factory. And so this all does a little bit of R&D, and then we'll consolidate our notes, think about things that are trending, things we haven't seen, we want to do for the next year. And then before the season ends, we already kind of have at least one attraction fully laid out with drawings, scare tactics, and we always stay ahead of the curve. So when it comes to buying animatronics from, say, Poison Props or Distortions, those orders are done before the year even ends to make sure that they land at our doorstep in January to implement them.
Smart.
That's crazy.
We don't have any animatronic chickens, though.
We have animatronic chickens.
Tay knows where to get them. There's a guy in Tennessee who's got a bunch.
I don't know if he's in Tennessee, but I know the guy.
That's crazy. I guess in a way, though, that's kind of a good thing because, you put yourself ahead of the curve a little bit. And I want to say that kind of alleviates panic mode towards the late days of summer like now, but I have a feeling that's not true.
It's not.
There's always something, right? Something's never done. But
okay, I thought we lost. I thought we lost. So I would say, like, if we had to put a percentage, we don't necessarily follow that. I would say 70% of our shows change. By the time we hit a trade show or a convention or IAPA, wherever it may be, usually we have all of our purchasing done by then, and we're just getting stuff that are tangible that you can just walk off the floor with, or things that we may have never seen before.
Gotcha. So without spilling all the beans, what can you tell us about this year?
Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. We can spill all the beans. We're all haunters, right? We're family. Sheesh. I'll put the emphasis on 50 years because that is a huge statement, testament and statement, and especially in the haunted attraction industry, where, to our knowledge, and feel free to anyone to chime in because we have no idea. We believe we're the second oldest haunted attraction in the country, but we're not sure if number 1 has ran consecutively or not. So that's the big staple this year. We didn't want to just open and say, oh, it's just another year, guys. Like, no, this is huge. And we want to celebrate with the patronage, our family and patronage that have come and supported us for decades. I mean, we're on our 3rd generation of families working out here, let alone the families that are coming out to attend us. And they tell stories about how we used to be downtown Niles in 2 semi-trailers. And it's really cool and unique to hear. So the big focus on that is we've been for the past couple years bringing back old school scare tactics that we've long forgotten, literally digging through. Pete Karlowitz is the owner. Some viewers probably know exactly who he is. He's an attorney by trade, but he keeps record of everything. He keeps records dating back to 74, from phone messages to emails. He's crazy. But for this year, it actually served a purpose, because I could pull things, and it took months of research in the winter to pull things to find, oh my gosh, a golf ball floor. Like, we haven't done that in years. Or the stairway illusion, where an actor, it looks like a stairway is natural, but an actor can come flying out through the shadows, but you're focused on a static figure above it, and you're thinking he's going to do something. So there's a lot of things we've implemented in our shows that we haven't seen in a long time, that we've been working on for a couple of years to bring up to this moment. But some of the other big staples we're doing is we're actually giving away a special gift to all of our visitors as they exit the park. Each weekend, it's a different gift. Some are more corny than others. For instance, one weekend you'll be getting a butt wipe. It's something else. It's funny. Like, Niles Green Park scared the crap out of me. Anything from stadium cups to, I'm trying to think, keychains, fun stuff like that. And then we're seeing some of our people share it now. We have a celebrity appearance. We have Tony Moran coming the last weekend in September. We might have another celebrity appearance. Not going to say anything because we're seeing if that'll come through. And then, like I said before, our midway schedule, we're just jam-packing full. Usually we only packed it when we have thousands of people here on like Saturdays in October, but it's like every day there's something people can look forward to.
We're seeing a lot of our older actors come back too, which is really cool. Some of them that have stepped away from the project and been away for a little bit, we're seeing them come back, which is really nice to see, bringing them back into the family.
Now, as far as your attraction goes, for people who haven't been there, like myself, what can they experience? What kind of themes are they going to run into? What kind of, blood and guts and gore are they going to see? What kind of trauma or phobias are they going to be subjected to when they go through your attraction?
So I will say, for starters, we keep everything as family friendly as possible. That's the secret. If you want to bring in more people, you try to be diverse enough and appealing to all. And that includes anyone from, unfortunately, parents will torture their children, infants in arms, and bring them in, all the way up until, and the older generation. So we try to keep things as family friendly as possible. We always say that we don't need blood, guts, gore to make your adrenaline gland start pumping. We have other ways we can do that. So the Niles Haunted House, what we've been known for all these years, is very unique in itself. If we have time, I could show, we plan to show a little bit of a snippet of it. Hopefully connection and sound will be okay. But that is, to our knowledge, one of the only multi-route haunted attractions that we've developed, I believe, in the 80s. So you can't see everything in one trip. This year is based on a classic haunted mansion theme. In the years past, there'd be different sections that were themed based on clowns and things of that nature. But this year is typical classic haunted mansion all the way through. And in the multi-route section of the haunted house, you can't see everything in one trip. It's basically split up into two sides. If we have time, we'll show you the entry where people will get split up into different groups. There's 7 different doors they'll go in. Each door is basically a means of flow control. There's different things that happen, different times. And then as you walk through the haunted house, there's 4 different points in which you can go left or right. And that'll break up the groups even more. The building can do about 1,200 people in an hour. So it has to have this multi-route for flow control to make that possible. Then we have 2 smaller interior haunted houses. One is called Blackbeard's Revenge, pirate themed, and the other one is the Ghostly Hollow, which is basically an abandoned western town. When it comes to the Field of Screams, the Field of Screams is definitely broken up into many different categories and themes. There's anything from an actual authentic cemetery with real tombstones to a castle, crypts. There's things that are iconic to most haunts, like a laser swamp. There's a toxic waste section, a barnyard, carnival, a bayou, snowman forest, what we call water world, which are floating platforms on water that you actually walk across, a miner's camp. So it's broken up quite a bit. And then the haunted hayride, This year, taking that classic approach, we're celebrating Halloween. We say our theme behind that is "We Are Halloween," and it's just more of that classic. What's the vibe? I guess I'm going with
Whimsical
fun Halloween, fun fall, with a little bit of scare tactics in between. So
just a little bit of everything, kind of,
a little bit of everything.
bringing everybody in. That's pretty cool. Well, yeah, we have some time if you want to show us around and to do your thing. Yeah, let's do that.
All right.
I know I can turn this around, I think. And feel free, ask any other questions that you might have while I do this.
I'm sure we actually have quite a few people on the stream. I'm surprised nobody has any
I know, that's
like
what I was
pressing
thinking.
questions yet, but I'm sure you know what it is. It's because Zach's not on. Zach's usually has a million questions. I love Zach for that because he thinks of things that I don't think of. Are we in a golf cart right now?
Oh, we are. This is so big. We didn't want to waste any time with walking. It's gonna get dark here for a second when we approach the front of our haunted house here.
That's awesome. That's this is like another. We've been having a few firsts the last couple of shows. This is the first time we went on a golf cart
on stream.
On the stream, and the first time that I think we actually did a kind of a walkthrough of a haunted attraction here.
I think so.
So it's really dark. Nothing else is on except just the house. But normally behind me, I'm standing in front of the facade that people come into. There's a trail from the midway that they'll meander down before entering the actual facade or the house itself. So just try not to trip on anything.
Oh, that door's cool.
Okay. We turned off all the sound as best we could, so hopefully nothing will be interruptive. So once people are inside of the haunt itself, they will enter what we consider pre-entry. This is kind of where their show began down on the trail, but this is kind of where they have more of an interactive queue and wait before they get split up into different groups. So this is year 3 for this. Usually that's our limit for themes when it stays. There's a lot of work. We casted all of the bones ourselves. So we did a catacombs theme 3 years ago. And there's actors
keep that in mind,
inside
people
of the
out there that's looking for new stuff every 3 years. Make sure you give Aaron a call to see what he's got for you.
There's a lot of skulls. So in this pre-entry, there's actors kind of in hidden compartments, of course, as they wait their turn to be split up into groups. In here, this is the entry itself. We have the overhead lights on so that way it's not completely dark for everybody, but there are 7 different doors in here in which people can take. And each one, like I said before, has a different thing that happens. So in here, for example, is it's too dark, but the jungle drop. It's a floor that drops and has an air cannon blast water up into the air. Another one is our classic elevator. Elevator is out of order. It makes the sound of an elevator in motion, and then the floor drops a couple inches. And we tell everybody that they're going to go up to the 4th floor.
This is, I mean, even just through the camera, the amount of detail that's in that one room alone was insane.
This is one of the points that they split up. So once they come out on both sides of that room of those doors, they'll all come to a crossroad here where they can go left or they can go right. In this case, one of our favorite rooms that we redid this year is called the study. So that brings out the classic haunted mansion vibe. And is it better in portrait or landscape for this? I didn't even check. I'm just holding
you're
portrait.
doing just fine. That's
okay.
Whatever's good for you.
So classic haunted mansion kind of gives me like Disney haunted mansion vibes a little bit when we did this. It wasn't intentional, but we have the living portraits in the walls. We wanted to go with height and dimension a little bit when we did this. And then here's something we're really excited to see how well it works. This is a cool scare tactic that it's not anything new that I'm sure people have done before, but the actor is in the fireplace, and there's another there's a 50-inch portrait screen above. I think Ross is going to activate her. Maybe. Yep. And then would slam open the fireplace slam door with the actor underneath. So she's more or less the distraction. And it's nice. It's convenient. It's a couch in case you need to, land on your bum, But we'll just keep a little walk and talk. And you can cut me off at any time.
Annabelle asked, "What did you cast the bones and skulls out of?"
These ones, because we had to do it, I believe it was foam at 3. And it's really loud.
Oh, this is just...
I cannot think of Reynolds. There you go. Reynolds foam at 3.
I can like smell what the inside of this haunted house smells like right now. And that's the thing, is like we all know that smell. It's like
slaughterhouse.
Yeah. Well, it's like latex foam, sawdust, and like sweat and paint. Like that's what every haunt smells like. And like just going through this and seeing this, I can feel.
Try to get somewhere I can feel it. Okay, I'll come to a crossover right here so I can hear. Or not. Okay. I'm stopping for a minute so I can hear you.
Oh no, we're just talking. You keep going. Keep doing you. You got about 2.5 more minutes.
Okay, perfect. We'll make it happen. So we're at our third crossroad. We already skipped this. We just went over the second one, but they can go through the Garden of Good or furniture storage / attic of the mansion. So there's furniture stacks all throughout and slats, but because we thought it was really cool, this is year 2 for this. We revamped it where the actor location's going and a little bit of the scare tactics behind it. But in the Garden of Good, there's a dual-sided waterfall that you walk through. You get to see into the next room where there's a bridge that you walk across the water.
That's cool.
Bridge.
I like when haunts have water features like this. I know it's a complicated thing to do, but I've seen a few, and it's just if it's done well, like they're really, really, really cool.
Okay, we'll make one stop and use the rest of our time that we have for this last section. So at the end of the house, we have it given the impression that you're walking out the back of it. It's dark. I apologize, but you're given the impression you're walking out the back of the house. There's a porch with some trick-or-treaters. It's kind of hard to see them. holding a skinned face. It's real nice. With clotheslines going across, and there's actual astroturf that you can't see on the ground. So as they make their way out of the house in the backyard of this, it's kind of like a pumpkin patch, outdoorsy backyard feel. And this is where everyone's seen him. He was new to us this year, but he's going to be new to our patrons, where we have a big old giant pumpkin monster from Unit 70.
And it fits so well though. It's like it was almost meant for that. Like that's really cool.
He is home. You'll probably be home here for a while because we had to do a lot of work to get him in. So that would normally end the house. So everyone, the whole point of like this, it's dark, but when you came out the porch on the other side of these orange leaves, the fencing is just high enough where you get to see him, and he's kind of the focal point. Obviously, we know, everyone in the industry knows he's not scary. He's just really eye candy, really awesome to look at. Right. So he's the focus. When our patrons come through, they're just going to be in awe over him, and then the actors are going to do all the work. And there's an actor that gets you at the trick-or-treat house, as we call it, when you come out the house, and then the other one's actually in a harness and a pumpkin ghillie suit silicone mask. I guess it's the best way to describe it. That actually lunges out towards you. So there's a quick little sneak peek.
That is fantastic. Well, where can we find you guys on all out on the interwebs, on social media, and all that fun stuff?
Haunted.org is our website. And then social media platforms, everything is simply Niles Scream Park.
And when is opening day?
Next Friday, September 8th.
Next Friday. We're freaking out, but we're happy to be here.
Early birds. I love it. Can't wait to get into it. Payne, I hate to say this, but we may have to add Niles Scream Park to the list.
I think so, because that's
Come see us.
awesome.
That is
See if I can turn it
fantastic.
on.
Well, Aaron, Ross, we appreciate you guys coming on. Your reputation has preceded you guys, and you guys did not disappoint with just the fraction that we got to see. Man, this just really gets me excited about haunt season. I think this is fitting to have you guys on here and show your haunt right before the season starts. Get everybody jonesing. Yeah,
and we greatly appreciate it. And Steve, what a shame you weren't there on the Ultimate Haunt Tour, man. I'm very upset, but you better come this year.
Yeah, I'm working on it. I'm working on it. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being on.
Thank you.
Maybe.
Dude, he's trying. Maybe.
Is he there?
I don't know.
Because we got to do haunt news. And I got to figure out my battery thing on my computer just popped on.
Like, to plug it up?
It's plugged in. I think it's plugged in. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Anyways, I don't know if we're ready, but can we go into haunt news in a minute with Yep, That's Scary?
Maybe.
Can you hear me? We can do that. Do we lose them due to connectivity?
No, the interview was done.
Yeah, we finished.
I was not listening. I was in the background. So
yeah, we're going into haunt news.
Okay, cool, awesome, awesome. Haunt news in a minute. Give me. Let me know how many minutes it is. Because ready?
You know we're live right now.
Boom.
This is Haunt News in a Minute. Powered by Yup. That's scary.
Yo, what's up, everybody? This is your boy, Willie May, and this is Haunt News in a Minute. Let's go. Knott's Berry Farm threw a crazy party to get the horror fans ready for their 50th anniversary at Knott's Scary Farm. The night was filled with announcements promising new mazes and entertainment for 2023, along with returning favorites and first looks. 2023 brings 3 new mazes to Knott's Scary Farm. They include Cinema Slasher, The Chilling Chambers, and Room 13. Also new for 2023 is the Gauntlet Scare Zone that is coming back. Reimagined version of a fan favorite Dr. Cleaver Returns is a live show, along with a brand new Music Monster Mayhem show. The Hanging Uncanceled brings back the beloved parody celebrating the past year in pop culture. This year brings the show to the Wagon Camp Theater, and we are so excited to see it. Zombie Joe's Underground Theater Group is thrilled to bring back Urban Death Tour of the Terror back to North Hollywood, California. Selected nights are October 6th through 31st, 2023. Part twisting haunted attraction and part theater attraction, Urban Death Tour of Terror will reach into the depths of the darkest corners of the human psyche to bring you their most terrifying show yet. The monstrous freaks are here to terrify and shock you to your core. Tickets are on sale now, starting at $22 for advanced ticketing and $27 at the door. Midnight Syndicate has released a 15th studio album called Brimstone Club. Featuring the soundtrack to Imaginary Films, Concept the brand helped pioneer the Brimstone Club blend, orchestration, and sound effects to take listeners to a shadowy theater club where the strangers of exotic entertainment and liberation are matched only by its particular clientele. The album was inspired by the Parisian Cabaret de l'Enfer, a 19th century hell-themed cabaret that was forerunner to the haunted attractions and themed restaurants and taverns of today, said Midnight Syndicate founder and co-composer Edward Douglas. In a surprising departure from McDonald's tradition, McDonald's has partnered with the Insane Clown Posse Juggalos for an unconventional Halloween promotion. This bold move has sparked decisions about brand identity and subculture outreach, as McDonald's shifts from the family-friendly image to collaborate with the counterculture group. The limited edition Juggalos themed jugs, featuring glow-in-the-dark elements and musical snippets, aim to attract a diverse range of customers and collectors during the Halloween season. While the partnership's innovative nature could generate excitement and sales, there's potential risk of alienating some of McDonald's more conservative customer base. The scenario underscores the evolving landscape of marketing, where brands explore creative ways to engage with different audiences and ignite conversations about the intersection of mainstream. Hot Topic is coming out with some new Halloween merch. Check it out. Watch your back, Gingerbread House, because Kit Kat is coming out with haunted house building kits. Yeah! Build your haunted house out of Kit Kats this season. And we over here at Haunt News in a Minute want to say happy birthday to Composite Effects. CFX, you have been a wonderful key player in our haunt community, and we want to wish you a happy birthday and many more success. I'm Willie Mae, and that's Haunt News in a Minute. Let's go!
If you like what you have just heard, stalk us now on all our social media channels.
You still there, Chris? There he goes.
Yes.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you, Willie Mae from Yep That's Scary. Check them out, 2 p.m. Eastern every Sunday. They have great guests and great topics that they talk about. They cover a lot of stuff. So make sure you show them some love and check that out. Before we get into our next guest, there's a couple announcements I want to make. Since I do not believe that there's a giveaway tonight, I'm going to go ahead and announce that next week will be our grand prize giveaway. So next Thursday, you guys tune in and you'll have a chance to enter in for our grand prize giveaway, which will be drawn that night. So next Thursday, that night, it will be drawn. The grand prizes, for those who don't know, is a 2-pack of VIP passes for HauntCon and a 2-pack of VIP passes for Fear Expo. So you're going to get all the bells and whistles. You'll go to the Steve's Tiki Party. You'll be my special guest there. You'll get all the fun stuff, all the food, the free food that we give away. I would say all the classes, but classes
The
are free
parties.
anyways. The
All the
parties,
parties.
the early entrance into the showroom floor, a whole day early, as a matter of fact. Early access to a lot of things. It's worth it. You'll get a 2-pack for HauntCon and Fear Expo. So make sure you guys tune in next week. Tell all your friends, share it, let everybody know. We'll make an announcement next week that the next show we're going to be giving away the grand prize. Also, I want to give a shout out to Scython, who sponsors this show and sponsors Fear Expo and HauntCon and all that stuff. They have, for you guys that don't know what Scython is, it is a management software for your haunted attraction. And the reason why I want to mention it now is not only because they're one of our sponsors, but they give a 30-day free trial. So you could try it out this haunt season coming up. Within the next couple of weeks, when your haunt opens up, you can start an account there and have the next 30 days for free. No strings attached. You could do your 30 days. If you like it, you can keep it. If not, well, at least you tried it. And this is a great time to try to do that and get that integrated into your haunt and see if it works for you. And it's all free. So head on over to Scython and get that taken care of sooner than later, because you get 30 days free. And make sure you let them know that It Must Be Thursday sent you over there because we love those guys over there. They work really hard to make your haunt management tasks so much more easy and organized.
I think that Annabelle wants to give away one of her masks tonight.
Perfect. We could do that too.
She wants to give away her Octo Skull.
Do we have a picture of that? Is there a way we can get a picture?
I do not know. Have her, Annabelle, send it to me because I know you have my messenger. Send it to me and then I'll send it to Chris.
What does Annabelle want the hashtag to be?
I don't know.
Annabelle, comment what you would like the hashtag to be. Be whatever you want. It could be your company name. It could be hashtag poopy pants.
Which, speaking of Annabelle, her and Aiden are I don't know if they're still coming on the 8th, I think. I'm not sure. We might have to change it because Aiden won't be at his house, but the Haunt Kids should be on in the next week or two.
Fantastic. I think next week we have a show next week booked.
It was supposed to be them. I told Doug, but then it had to be switched because I think Aiden won't be home. So I think I have to pick another date, which is scary.
Damn kids.
Well, they're busy.
So here we go. Boom.
There's the hashtag.
Wait, no. Go away with the nope. There it is. Hashtag scares and beyond mass. So Tane, you plug it. What are we giving away tonight?
The Octo Skull, I believe it was that. I think that was what it's called. Yeah, Octo Skull. I think she's sending me the picture now.
Okay, so Octo Skull. So if you guys want an Octo Skull from Scary and Beyond Masks, go ahead and hashtag Scary and Beyond Masks, and that will automatically enter you into the drawing to win. And the drawing will be done tonight. So you just stick around to the end of the show, and we will do the drawing, and hopefully you'll win. So hashtag Scares and Beyond Masks. Everybody get your hashtags in, and you can win yourself an Octo Skull mask. Uh-oh, what happened? Now what, Chris?
Hey, I want to make sure. Scares and Beyond Masks.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, cool. That's a hashtag.
I think she has a Facebook, Chris, if you want to look at her Facebook page. You might be able to pull it up.
We actually had 3 entries so far. I just wanted to make sure that the entries were valid. So cool.
All right, we have a guest to get to.
Yeah, go ahead.
There, okay. Now, we get to bring on a friend of ours because we got she's been on the show before, and
she hasn't.
He hasn't? I'm almost positive she's been on the show before.
She said no.
Really?
Yes, really.
Man, I'm getting old. But I don't know about you, but I got to hang out with her at the ball at Fear Expo. So we're going to bring on Rainbow Twitch from Scary Face. What is going on, girl? Good to see you again.
Good to see you. And no, you only got to party with me. I've never been here.
I told you.
Really? I could have sworn.
You'll see me in the chat all the time, but that's it.
Man,
I told you, man.
That must have been one of my dad water nights. I don't know. But yeah, we got to hang out at the ball, and you got to judge our costume contest that we had at the ball. You were our special
guest. That was so
guest.
much fun.
Yeah, it was a great time. It was a really good time. Anyways, we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about you and Scary Face and everything cool that you're doing. So why don't you give us a quick little rundown of who you are and what you do?
Okay, so now you can tell I'm Rainbow Twitch. I am a Scary Face representative for the state of Arkansas. I'm a travel haunter. I do not have a home haunt. And so I have a big season planned. I'll be going all over this October.
Well, where are you going to be at? Where can we go see you?
Okay, I don't have dates in front of me, so bear with me. But the first weekend I will be in Oklahoma City at Nightfall Haunted Territory. Then I will be heading out to Omaha, Nebraska and doing Scary Acres. Then the following weekend, I will be at Spook Trail in Alabama for Friday and the Haunted Chicken House in Alabama on that Saturday. And then I will end up in Florida the last weekend at Creepy Hollow Woods. And there's a few other things going on, but those aren't dead set, so I can't really go into those.
Perfect. Understand.
Pretty busy. Really, really busy.
Yeah, I mean, I was a travel actor for 10 years. As much fun as it is, it's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work, it's a lot of driving, it's a lot of not being home. I miss home after a while. I'm home for about 2 or 3 days, and then I'm back on the road.
Yeah, and it's, especially if you have a season where you're going to a lot of new places, like, you gotta acclimate pretty quickly. Every haunt's different. Every haunt's got their own way of life, their own vibe, their own set of rules and things like that. And you got to show up and acclimate pretty quickly. People always want to say, and I'm sure you get it all the time, oh, how do I become a travel actor? And it's like, don't, like, you have a good thing going on here. Like, you get to have
Well,
parties
and
and
people
stuff
don't
afterwards.
realize what it takes. And I mean, and I think because you see a lot of us and we go a lot of places and it seems really cool. And it is. It is amazing to go and see so many places, so many people, but it's not what people think it is. And if you want to do it, you need to understand there's a lot more than just seeing really cool places. It is. It's the travel, it's the lodging, it's the packing. There's a lot to it, and people need to quit seeing the stars of it that make it look like it's something amazing when it is, but no, there's more to it. That if you're not ready for that and you don't know what you're getting into, it could backfire.
So tell us about Scary Face, though, and how you gotten into Scary Face and how Rainbow Twitch. I mean, you out of I know a lot of people that are associated with Scary Face, from a bunch of different haunts. But everybody knows you from Scary Face, and how do you get to that point?
I don't know. It was a whirlwind, and um trying to make this long story short is going to be kind of hard. I did originally, back a few years ago, have my own home haunt. I owned a haunt called Hallow's End here in town. And we were a charity haunt. We were small. We loved it. And I ended up doing a scare actor training with Scab the Clown. And we became fast friends. Amazing, amazing guy. I was a completely different character at the time and went to him. He became a mentor, and we ended up doing an off-season event in 2020 called Red, White, and Bloody for July. And Scab and Drip and Cutie and Catcher, who are now reps too, they all decided to come in and do this event with us. And I had retired my old character, was working on a new one, and I'm like, okay, I need a character for one night. And I'm like, they're all clowns coming. I will become a clown. And Rainbow Twitch got born that day because it was kind of a joke. It wasn't supposed to be real. She wasn't supposed to last. And people fell in love with her. And so I'm like, okay, I guess I'm a clown now. And we didn't know at the time that our haunt was going to close. And that was actually our last event. And so we're like, okay, well, now what do we do? And Scary Acres welcomed us out there. And we went out and we worked with them. We would hit haunts that we knew people to try to get back in the door, still keep acting. And I started following Scary Face. I found out who they were. I looked at these people as celebrities. They were amazing. And everything they stood for, everything they represented, I wanted to be them. And all of a sudden, like, I find myself talking to Tyler and he's welcoming us in to this family. And that was like the beginning. 3 years ago, Rainbow got created. 2 years ago, I became a rep. And my life has been completely changed. So many doors have opened. I am surrounded by such amazing people that inspire me every day to keep pushing, keep growing, keep getting better. That's why I get to do what I do, where I get to go, where I get to go. Everything boils down to Scary Face.
Speaking of Scary Face, I'll just put this up on the screen.
No, really?
Anyways,
I have a question on the board from Chris.
yeah, go ahead.
Chris said, "How do you schedule and book appearances, and what's the procedure?"
That is kind of hard to answer because with me, I'm very fortunate because of Scurryface. And so the haunts that I typically go to are where there are other reps, their family. And I've been able to reach out to them and say, hey, would you be interested in me coming out and working? Or they will invite me out. I have never had to do the typical channel of not having somewhere to go and trying to figure out how to do that. And I wish I had advice more on how to do that because I haven't had to deal with that. But I mean, I would still say, reach out to people, talk to people, but go with the right approach. Even with my family, I never assume I can go anywhere. I can never assume that door is going to be open. And I may talk to them and say, hey, I'm interested in doing this. Would you be willing to have me come out? This is me going to them to help them. It's not about me. It's about them. And so approach people with respect, but be ready that, some places may not be interested in that. I don't know how it all works. I really don't. Like I said, I'm lucky and I have family that take care of me.
That's fair.
I was thinking, speaking of Scary Face and all the people that are involved in it, we should have a Scary Face show one day where we just get a bunch of the reps from all the different states on here and we just have a free for all.
There are a lot of us. That might be a bit of a challenge.
That's all right. We got people for that. There's a guy back there that sits in front of a computer and he gets.
There's a guy back there sometimes.
Well, you even have to do it in segments. There are really truly there are so many of us. I don't know exactly how many. I'm seeing faces pop up in here of my brothers and sisters, but there are a lot of us. A lot.
That's all right.
We can handle that.
Out there.
Yeah, we do a show every week, so we can, if we got to break it up, we can break it up. That's not an issue.
Bring it on. I think it'd be great.
Here you go.
Yeah, I was just about to say.
I don't know, but I'm willing to find out.
Can you imagine the chaos?
Oh, I would love it. I think chaos would be perfect. I think that'd be great.
You don't know us when we all get together. It is not normal.
All 249 of you.
We need to get all 249 of you guys down to either HauntCon and Fear Expo and have a great big party. And
it would be because I can say nobody parties like Scurryface.
Well, I mean, I'm just.
No offense to everybody else, but man, when we get together, it's a family reunion and we go a little crazy.
I don't know. We party really hard at the hotel.
I think we could party well together then. This might be dangerous, but I think we need to do it.
Yeah, Tane's partying hard at the animatronic chicken restaurant.
Oh yeah. Eating breakfast tacos.
Hanging out in Gatlinburg. Well, here you go. There's a
See?
Yeah. They got
y'all can go have fun partying. I'll be in the hotel room.
No, you gotta do I think you're on the hook for at least one at HauntCon.
I show up to one. Dad drinks a beer. I show up to one party. Once his beer's gone, we leave.
No, I think you're on the hook for one. I think there's gonna be a Must Be Thursday party.
Yeah, well, if it's from 5 to 8,
and Rainbow Twitch is gonna be my special guest down there. So how about that?
Okay.
Well, and I just want to say, hotels are not safe. We will go there. That's not gonna save you.
Yeah, we don't care. It's do whatever you want. What about speaking of shows, Trans World, Fear Expo, all that stuff? Are you going to any coming up in 2024? People can come and see you.
There are definitely two I'm very, very interested in. Because I definitely want to hit up HauntCon. I want to be back at Fear Expo. I want to be there. And of course, I always do OKC HorrorCon. So those are my three that are my goal every year. Everything else is just a bonus.
Yeah, you were at Fear Expo this past one. you
Yes,
were
it
a pretty
was.
busy gal. Like every time I saw you, somebody was stopping you somewhere to get your picture and talk to you and stuff like that. I don't think you and Schizo had like 2 minutes to yourself the entire
No,
time
and it was
you were
worth
there.
every second. I
Yeah,
would do it again in a heartbeat. Absolutely.
that was pretty cool. Um, well, we're getting a little short on time here.
I know.
Where can we find you out on the interwebs? How can people get a hold of you? How can people pick your brain?
The only places I'm really, really active is Facebook and Instagram. Because I have a TikTok, but you won't catch me using it. I'm that
Same.
stalker on TikTok. But
Same.
you can find me on Instagram, Rainbow Twitch SF, and you can find me on Facebook as Rainbow Twitch.
And if people want to get a hold of you to maybe book you in the future, how would they go about that?
Anybody that's ever interested, shoot me a message. I respond as quickly as I can. I get alerts mainly the easiest way is through Facebook. That is where you find me 90% of the time.
And if somebody out there that's listening that wants to be a scary face rep for their hometown or their home state, where can they go and do that?
I mean, that is definitely a red tie guy thing. That's a Tyler thing.
He
We get
commented
asked that a
something.
lot.
There's a
Um,
website.
yes, there is.
something.
Scurryface does have a website. Sir, I see that. I am currently sitting in a booster seat, so that Lollipop Guild thing is legit. I'm short. Everybody knows it. I had to have a booster seat to be seen. But yeah, if anybody interested in Scurryface, sorry, Tyler, throwing you under the bus for that one. But you're going to have to reach out to Scurryface. They have the website, scurryface.com, and they have a Facebook. That I think those are the easiest ways. Sorry, Tyler, if I'm wrong, but
I'm sure he'll say it in the comments if we give him like 5 seconds. Normally that's what happens.
yeah, now get rid of the lollipop thing. So,
Well, Rainbow Twitch, it's always a pleasure. I would say it's always a pleasure to have you on the show, but apparently this is the first time I had the show. I could have sworn
first
this was
time
like
for everything.
I
Come
could have
on.
sworn this was like your third time on the show. Like I swear to God, this is I don't know. I'm just
Well, you
losing my
can
mind.
always bring me back and get that number
And we
correct.
will. And we will. That's what I was gonna say. We 100% will. And I can't wait because you're gonna go to Fear Expo again. Like you
Oh
got
yeah,
to be out there. You have
I
to.
will be
Like
there. I guarantee you, I will be there.
it was so much fun hanging out with you and partying and having a good time.
Thank
You
you.
and Schizo are an absolute blast. And yeah, I can't wait. And we reach out to all your brothers and sisters and ask them if they want to be on or if they want to do a collective show because
Oh,
we
I
can
can
100%
start bugging
do
them. We
that.
can do this.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
already in the comments saying they're
Yeah,
gonna
I was
show
gonna
up
say
at Fear
I've
Expo.
seen Pumpkin. I have seen Slain.
There's
Schizo
someone
is
named
in
Sewer
there.
and
Wizzo is
Pumpkin.
here.
Yeah, we can 100% have them. We just guys reach out to us and we'll have you on the show for sure. For sure. And then, yeah,
I would
one
love to
day
see my brothers and sisters on here as well. I really would. I mean,
I
they're
would too.
amazing people that are so incredible and so talented and so friendly and so open. I'd love to see them on here.
Well, Scary Face has always been good to us and we want to be good to them too. And just having interesting and great people that are in this business on the show is that's what we're about. And I would love to have all 249 Scary Face reps on the show at if not all at once, maybe one at a
Break it up a
time, and
little
we
bit.
just do it in 249 weeks, whatever. Yeah, reach out to us, reach out to Beer Expo Live, and we'll get you on the show. I would love to have that. And Rainbow, I would love to have you back on, of course.
Well, we
We'll have to.
appreciate you guys. It's nice being around like-minded people. It's about the industry as a whole and being able to support haunters, everything. You guys think a lot like we do, so I appreciate you.
Yeah, we appreciate
Thank
you
you.
guys, and we'll touch base after haunt season and see how your season went, and we'll talk about
Yes,
that. How that
please do. Please do.
we'll do that absolutely. Well, again, Rainbow, thank you so much for being on tonight.
Oh no, thank you guys so much for having me on. I appreciate it.
Okay. No, stop. Stop it. Go away. We're not there yet. Okay. Jeez. He's so antsy. I know it's 10 o'clock. I know I'm running late. I
Oh,
understand.
yeah.
I get it. We had great guests on tonight. I mean,
We did.
we can't. I don't want to short Rainbow, and I don't want to short Niles. Like we had awesome
There
guests on tonight.
there is something that I completely forgot to mention that I seen at CreepyCon. Um, and I don't know how it brought up in my brain, but that's just how ADHD works. But I need your reaction and your thoughts on it, Steve. So
Okay. I don't think you need it, but okay.
they had have you ever like seen the people who like hang by their piercings?
Yeah, absolutely.
They had those at the show. And I about died because they had, like, 26 piercings in this person's body,
Yeah.
hanging them up, and then started tasing them on stage.
Do you know who it was? The group?
Uh, I can't re their name was long. Mom has a video, like, a video and the name of them. I have fur everywhere, but, oh my gosh, I can't remember the name
So
of
there's a group out of Pittsburgh that I've worked with a couple of times at
what's
haunts.
the name?
They were called Only Flesh, and
No, it wasn't that.
but yeah, I mean that was their thing. They would rig people up. Um, they would.
It was bothering.
There was one where two guys pierced like right below their belly button, like not
Mm.
like too far low, but like literally right below their belly button, and they would pierce that. And there was two guys, and they would tie a rope to it that was looped in between a cinder block, and they would just walk backwards until they would pick up the cinder block with this. Yeah, yeah. And then of course they would do the suspensions as well, where they'd put the hooks in their back. I saw one girl hanging by her kneecaps one time. She
I
pierced her
yeah,
kneecap.
that was at the show. I
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty wild. I've never done that, personally.
also,
I don't know
wait,
if I
there was
would.
there I would not. There was also a host, the host of their like little show things, all right? And for the entire weekend, we called him Tennessee Steve because that's what he looked like. So just so you
Okay.
know, his name wasn't Steve. I don't remember what his name was, but we have
You know, I tell you what though, at one point in time, somebody did call me a Kentucky 10, which I don't know how I felt about that. So, and it was a guy at a truck stop that said it to me. So,
you're like, I don't know how I feel.
yeah. So, we are going to what
I
was the
sent Chris a
hashtag
pic
again?
it's,
Hash
Scares and Beyond Masks. I sent Chris a picture of it, but
Yeah,
I don't
hashtag
know.
scares and beyond mask. Chris, I don't know if you have a picture of it. So if you guys want to win an Octo Skull
Here we go.
mask from Scares and Beyond Masks, they're giving it away tonight. Um,
I sent it, but I
yes,
don't know. I showed
hashtag
it.
Scares and Beyond Masks. We're gonna give you 60 more seconds to get your hashtags in. There are I don't know. There's quite a few people on the stream right now, and there's only like 10 entries. So go ahead and get it in there. Hashtag scares and beyond masks
Something
to
that I've
get your chance to
noticed
win.
is, and this is something we've never mentioned before, if you comment once with the hashtag, no matter how many more times you comment, does not equal more entries.
But you can hashtag as much as you want.
Yeah, but I think people
So
think that equals more entries, and it don't. You get entered one.
yeah, but you know the whole point, the reason why we do the hashtags, and this was since the inception of this show that we wanted to do this, is to get people's names out there and kind of maybe
Oh, yeah.
hopefully get them trending and trick the algorithm to get their information and their products out there for the rest of the world. And
It's
you know,
true.
if they're going to be kind enough to donate, you know, I want to say one of their products, but it's really their time and their creativity,
Oh, yeah.
um, yeah, that they're donating for us, and you know, the least we can do is show them a little bit of love back.
And she hasn't been on yet. She's gonna be on soon, but the girl who made this mask, I believe she's I think she's 13. She's either 10. She's somewhere between 10 and 13. I can't remember. But her name's Annabelle. She's super sweet, super shy. She don't talk a lot, but she went to Alan Hops's mask class in Texas, and I met her at Texas Honors. And she's just a super sweet person all around, and this is what she wants to do when she gets older. So
Does she have a Facebook? Is it
yeah, it's the
Scares and
exact same
Beyond
name.
Mass?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
So
that.
if you're on the stream tonight, guys, go over to Scares and Beyond Mass and give that page a like. It literally costs you nothing. Go ahead and be a good person tonight and give this little girl uh, a shot. I mean, we were all there at one point in
Oh
time
yeah.
wanting to be something, and this girl's out there trying to do it. So get out there and show her some love, and you never know, she might have something you need.
Yeah. She makes them little latex babies. They're super cool.
Yeah, I mean, she might have something, so get over there and show her a little love, guys. It'll be cool.
I think we have 18 entries now.
I think we're good. I think that's
I had to
about
had to get really close.
all right. Well, let's run it. Let's run
Yeah,
it. I think it's been more than 60 seconds, so let's run this giveaway.
maybe.
Maybe. Did he walk away
I
again?
think
Like,
he just walks away, like, when he gets tired of waiting on something and he's like "Oh, I'll be right back," but then
well, I
forgets that we're
know
on
he's at his
stream.
haunt, and I know he has escape
There we
rooms and other
go.
things at his haunt, so he's got a lot of things going on all at once.
That's true.
David
Ooh,
Russell. Congratulations, David Russell. You won a mask from Scares and Beyond Masks. You won the Octo Skull mask. So reach out to them and let them know you won tonight, and you will get that sent to you ASAP.
word.
Congratulations, David Russell. I feel good about this one.
Yeah. He has a
That was
dog for
nice
his
of you.
profile picture.
That was nice of you, Annabelle. Thank you. Thank you so much. And you know what, Annabelle? You better be at HauntCon and Fear Expo this year with Scares and Beyond Masks.
Hey,
You get
we're
a hold of
me and Doug and oh my gosh, what is her name? I can't remember her name, but it's in discussion right now.
what?
We're
Hello,
working.
hello, Rainbow. You're back. I don't know what Chris is doing. He's button happy. No, we need to have her out there. I think, this is something that Doug and I talked about in the beginning when we
We're
were at
stealing your idea because he told me about it. We're stealing your idea, and I'm
what
calling it
my
my own.
what idea?
The one about the children. That's all I'm gonna say. You should
Yeah,
know. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Don't mention too much, but yeah, the one about
yeah,
the children. Yeah, we're
yeah.
doing it. I
But
believe
yeah,
we're
it's
doing
just
it.
but yeah, this was, years ago. This was like during COVID and we were talking about doing a trade show and stuff, and I told him he was crazy. And it was, we talked about like, hey, we need to find people that, maybe can't afford to go to Transworld or can't afford to go to these bigger shows like Texas and things like that. And or like maybe their first years and they don't, they're a little scared to get into it. Like these are the people we need to find. And like you showing up, Tane, like you were like a godsend showing up. We're like, these are the people we want. Like, it was perfect. It was a match
I
made in
told
heaven
Doug
when you showed up.
I have a whole list of people we need to interview. The list just keeps growing.
Well, get them on here.
I know it.
I would love it. All right. Hold on here.
It's Chris.
Ugh,
By the way, I
never
know
mind.
Molly's watching. I have dead rabbit and teddy bear fur all over my jacket, and that's why I keep touching my face because I feel it everywhere.
I don't even want to know.
It's
I do
from
know.
like stuff like
Speaking
that.
of dead rabbit and stuff like that, tomorrow in Ohio is opening day of squirrel season, and I am an avid squirrel hunter, and I cannot wait.
My dad ruined it for me when I was little. He took me squirrel hunting when we lived in Kentucky, and he was like gutting it and took the heart out and acted like he was gonna go eat it, and I thought he did because I was young, and now it's just ruined for me. I can't do it now.
For years, when I was traveling around, I would go to Fallsburg Fearplex in
I've
October.
worked there once, yeah.
Yeah, uh, that I love that place out there 'cause it's so much fun. Like it's just a fun
Whenever
place to be.
when I went there, it was just Fallsburg Haunted House, but now it's Fallsburg Fearplex. I wanna go
Yeah.
back to it.
Yeah,
That
it's
was what
really cool.
they were my first ever haunted house. I was, like, 8, I think, and I was terrified.
Brian Cassidy and Chris Dixon really do a really good job down there. But they found out that I like to squirrel hunt, and they were like, "Dude, next time we come out here, we'll go squirrel hunting." And yeah, and they took me like we. So it was kind of a thing. Every time I would go down there, I'd work Friday night, and we'd wake up early Saturday morning, and we'd go squirrel hunting, and I loved it. I
You need to
loved
get
it.
them on the show.
I would, but I don't think they have signal down where they're at. To be honest with you,
Really? Kentucky,
yeah,
I've noticed, has good, like, cell service. Florida sucks for it, but
they're down in like this weird valley. And Fallsburg, like, you've been down there, like,
yeah,
Fallsburg is literally like a street corner, like,
yeah. It's in the
it's a
middle of
general
nowhere.
store and a couple of houses, like, that's it, like, it's literally small town USA, and it's a beautiful area where they're at. There's a river that runs through there and a falls, hence Fallsburg, and, it's right in between these mountains and this valley,
It's called a
and,
holler in
yeah,
between
down in the
the road in
bottom.
between. It's called a holler.
Yeah, and it's a really cool place, and they got campgrounds down there and stuff. Anyways, a lot of fun. I wish I could get them on there, but 2 things. 1, I don't think they have signal, and 2, I understand about every third word that comes out of their mouth.
Here's the problem, yeah, I'd probably understand what they're
Yeah,
saying.
you would have to interview 'em. I'd be face to face with these guys, and they'd end a sentence in 9 prepositions, and it would be
It's like
like, "What?
talking to
I don't un."
Boomhauer from
Oh, yeah, it was just how about that golf cart, and you're like, "Golf cart?" And they're like, "What are you talking about a golf cart?" They're like, "No, that's what you said." "No, that's not what I said. I was talking about a hippopotamus." It's like, "What?" Yeah, yeah, but I love it down there. Everybody down there was awesome to me, and it was such a great place. Anyways, I'm done. Are
I'm
you
done
done?
too. Yeah.
Alright. This show has been and always will be powered by Fear Expo and HauntCon. So make sure you check out Fear Expo April 12th through the 14th in Owensboro, Kentucky, and HauntCon in Daytona Beach, Florida, February 2nd through the 4th. Did I get it?
I think it's, I thought it was, like, the 12th through the 14th or something like that.
Well,
I don't know.
He's tired too. Uh,
Very.
yeah, anyways, make sure you guys check it out, the rebirth of HauntCon. We're gonna have a lot of fun. I'm hosting a bunch of parties out there. So make sure you're out there for that. Make sure you're out there for Fear Expo. It's gonna be great. You're gonna get a chance to see Rainbow Twitch. So that'll be fun. And yeah, you can catch this podcast and all of our podcasts everywhere. Once we're done here, Chris cuts them up or he leaves them whole and he puts them all over YouTube. He puts them on Spotify, Apple Music, iHeartRadio. It is everywhere. If you have access to it, we're probably there. Just search Fear Expo Live. It must be Thursday and it will pop up. And you can check out all of our segments 9th through the 11th, February 9th through the 11th. I'm writing that down. Hold on.
Put it on a Post-it note and put it on your laptop. Steve hosted a party,
11th.
like 4 parties because it's 2024, and he's gonna
You know
fire breathe.
it's gonna be more than 4. I'm gonna have like
And he's
pre-parties and post-parties and after parties and dinner
he's gonna
parties.
bring out his fire even though he's retired. Oh, I'm retired.
Thinking about it.
We make jokes about you, I just hope you know. In our house, when we go to a haunted we went and interviewed a haunted house this weekend, and we were talking about you, and we were like, "Oh, we're trying to get him to go and haunt, but he's retired." And we say it exactly like that and
I'm old.
everything.
Okay.
My dad says that to you about you.
My body sounds like a haunted house. Like
Well, my dad makes fun of you for the retired.
my body's creaking and moaning. So I'm over it. I
He's
mean,
retired.
I'm not over it, but my body's over it. I don't know. We'll see. Things are in the works. All right, I'm done. You done? We done?
I'm done.
All right. We will see you guys next week.
Stay spooky.